And welcome to the Dave K Show. I'm David K. Gyro with my beautiful co-host, Miss Data Bure.
Oh, you all forgot my name. It's not been that long.
It has. I just tongue twisted. It's all right.
I'm doing good.
I'm like you. It's like lack of sleep, hot weather. Combine all that stuff together, and somehow you still come out looking amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And we're still trying to get there, me and Vaughn over here. So that's another story.
Drain.
Yes. So we have a great show again today, as always. We always have some great guests coming up. I think today's show might be one of our most popular shows this year.
I agree.
It might happen. I'm not sure.
Most entertaining.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of music. We're going to have a lot of stories today for our show. It is going to be absolutely amazing. I think you're going to really like it. And one of the focus of our shows has always been showcasing Louisiana.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
Exactly. So, and what about Louisiana? We like to showcase.
That we like to showcase culture.
Culture.
Well, we hadn't showcased food yet. We got to work on that because I could really eat right now.
Yes.
Music is one big thing. Personalities.
Yes.
We're like one of a kind.
Us in Louisiana, we have the best of all possible worlds when it comes to those things.
I agree.
Yes,
I agree.
And so another thing is like you said, culture, pop culture. Films, the film production industry. We're doing a lot of. We want to showcase things that are coming out of Louisiana. I mean, number one, storytellers, songwriters like we have today coming out of Louisiana. Amazing stuff.
Oh yeah.
And it's just absolutely incredible. The filmmakers, the storytellers that are coming out of Louisiana, absolutely amazing. People are coming over here to get their stories told. I'm excited about it.
It is.
You know what?
Cool.
Earlier today we were discussing where you're getting your hair and makeup done, which is absolutely amazing. And everybody that's watching the show, comment on Data because she's got a new look going forward. We have our amazing hair and makeup lady that's come in. What's her name?
Hannah
Robery.
Robery, right? Yeah,
So,
she's so cool. She's from Opelousas, huh?
Yes, Opelousas.
Yeah, she's really cool. I like Hannah.
Yes, Hannah does a great job.
It was fun.
Yes, we're gonna have Hannah as our staff hair and makeup person for right now.
Yep, Hannah.
Yes.
Go girl.
Exactly, doing great. And maybe when she gets finished with you, she can maybe do something with me. So I don't know. So before we were talking, while you were getting all fixed up and everything today, we were talking about the generations, everything.
Oh yeah, it's interesting.
Right. So what's your take on where we have come from in the past to where we're going?
Oh man, I think we're screwed. I'm sorry. The technology is going to be the death of us because we rely entirely too much on it.
Yes, we do.
I mean, what do you do? Thing. Phones. They got to have phones. I have to have my phone.
Yes, you do.
I think
they do.
Internet is a great thing for advertisement and stuff, but as far as complicating things and taking over people's lives, I think it is a major
Yes, it
issue.
is. And I think it all started with the fast food thing. It's like everybody wants everything now. I want it my way and I want it now.
Well, yeah, I mean, like when I was growing up, this is probably going to show my age, we had dial-up for internet. It took forever.
Wow.
Forever.
Knocked you off the phone line to get on internet.
I know, right? And so, now it's quick, and we're still rushing it. I mean, it's not fast enough. It's never fast enough, and it's ridiculous.
Yes, how fast do you want to be?
Right. Food. You can't speed perfection.
Thank you.
Everybody wants their food done yesterday, and it's like, dude, take your time with it because good food takes time.
Yes, right, exactly. So
you
get what you pay for,
Exactly.
Used to be like, I remember watching TV growing up, you did too. So the commercials, there used to be 1 minute commercials on TV if you remember a long time ago. 1 minute commercials.
Oh, yeah, good pee break.
Right, exactly. And not only one, but like back to back, 3 minutes worth of commercials. And remember then, so they started shutting them down to 30-second commercials. Then we went to the car dealerships came on, and they shut down to 15-second commercials. Now we're on the social media where if they can't catch your attention within 5 seconds, you're done.
Oh man, sometimes peeing takes more than 5 seconds. I am sorry.
Right. And so now you want to wonder where the ADD thing came in at, where the attention deficit disorder came in at. All of this stuff I think contributed to kids growing up in that lifestyle.
I know. I'm like so ADD. I'm capital A, capital D, capital D.
Right.
DDD.
But see, if you channel that in the right direction, then it can be a good thing.
Oh yeah, I put all my energy into this show,
Yes.
taking care of my children because you have to have ADD to take care of 3 kids.
Yes, it does. It does. So what we're going to look at now, I think we found a cool little chart, and so we're going to go over the generations with their name, with the characteristics of each generation. So
really
Datha,
cool.
why don't you take us? Tim, go ahead and pull that up real quick. Of our generations.
But we were just wondering about it because it struck me as interesting to find out what category I fell in. Now it shows my age again. I'm not really happy about that. But in a sense, it makes sense. Except I am not like half of them. I do work.
Right. Well, let's start off. Tell us a little bit, Datha, about the baby boomers and what they're all about, starting with the year they were born.
Okay, so baby boomers, they were arranged from 1940 to 1959. The context of it is post-war dictatorship, and repression in Brazil. I don't
Yeah,
know
going on
nothing
at that
about
time, pretty much, I think. Yeah.
So the
Wow.
behavior is idealism, revolutionary,
Yeah,
collectivist.
collectivist? Collectivist, okay.
What the crap is that?
Tim, pull up collectivist to find out so we don't give people wrong information. Go to Wikipedia, pull up collectivist.
People that collect a lot.
I think it might have something to do with like populism or population is like all in one, like collectivist, like categorizing a large group of people into one thing. So what is that, Tim? Let's see, what does it say?
Relating the practice or principle of giving a group priority over each individual in it.
Oh my goodness.
That is so not what I thought that was.
That's
messed up.
That's what we got today. It's like, so it's like the group of people are put into groups now. That's not a good thing.
No.
So we're individualisms. We're not collectivists, right?
No.
You want to be your own person.
I am. I'm not a millennial. I'm
Right.
I'm in the category just because of my age here, but I tell you, I am nowhere near that.
Right, exactly. So what does it say down here for consumption?
Oh, it says ideology, vinyl, and movies.
Ah, right. Right.
Yeah,
That's
I can see that.
Some kids don't even know what a record is, right? What a vinyl record is.
I know. I got to touch one the other day when we did our thing.
Right. Okay, let's go into Generation X, which we're getting now a little bit more to kind of where we are right now. Generation X. What is that?
1960. You have to be born in 1960 through 1979. Your context is political transition, capitalism, and
Oh, meritocracy.
well, that's a big word.
Timmy, pull up
Dominant.
meritocracy because we learned something today on the Dave K Show.
Meritocracy dominant.
Right, meritocracy.
Meritocracy.
Interesting.
Dominant.
Okay.
Governmental are the holding of power by people selected on the basis of their abilities.
So it says down here, Britain is a meritocracy, and everyone with skill and imagination may aspire to reach the highest level. Let's see, a ruling or influential class of educated or skilled people, the relentless advance of the meritocracy. Interesting.
Still confused.
Yes.
Behavior.
Here we go. Materialistic.
I can't read. Competitive. Individualistic.
Mm-hmm. There's some of you guys out there that are Generation X. Are you kind of fitting in this category? What about consumption down here?
Oh, goodness. It says status, brands, and cars. That's me. See, I'm born in the wrong era.
Right.
Luxury articles.
Right, and I'll do Generation Y. We're getting a little bit more like home right now. So Generation Y, also called the Millennials, which is like what you fall in, right?
That is me.
And I think I'm going to be in the Generation X. But Generation Y is globalization, economic stability, emergence of the internet. I think the context means that's was going on in those years, pretty much.
That's probably what it is, yeah.
Right. So globalist behavior, questioning, oriented to self.
I'm not oriented to myself.
Right.
I don't question everything.
Yeah, so who makes these charts anyway?
Not me, because if I did,
Right.
it wouldn't be like that.
Exactly.
I think we all fall in the same category. We
Right.
all just.
I think so. Yeah.
it's
I
all
think
the
these like overlap each other. Consumption would be like experience, festivals, and travel, flagships.
Never been to festivals. Don't travel. I don't know what a flagship
Yeah,
is.
where do McKinsey and Company wrote this? What is this all about? Okay, so take it away. Last but not least, date the Generation Z. What is that all about?
1995 through 2010.
Now, these are your kids, I think, right?
Just two of them. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, Breeze too, because Breeze is 2010.
Okay, so this is your kids right here now.
Mobility and multiple realities, social networks, digital natives, undefined ID, communaholic,
Wow, what in the world?
dialogue.
Dialoguer.
I can't read no
What
more,
the
y'all.
heck?
I'm like generation before baby boomer.
Right.
My eyes are going out.
Dialoguer. Let's see what that means here. Maybe somebody who likes to talk, maybe? Let's see here.
No, I think it's called bloggers.
Okay.
I bet you that's what it's
A
about.
participant in dialogue.
Realistic? They're not realistic. They're not realistic.
Right, and what about their consumption down here?
Uniqueness? Now they're unique.
Right.
Unlimited. They unlimited data. They're
Right.
definitely unlimited.
Right.
Ethical. I don't know about ethical.
Wow, where in the world are they getting this stuff out
I
here?
think
This
the
is
generations before Generation Z are ethical.
right. I think so too. Well, look, you guys out there can look it up on your own. This is
That's
McKinsey.com.
neat.
We get some information on, but
Fun facts, people.
yeah, so they do say like a generation. Sometimes it's like 20 years as a generation. And looking forward, I'm not too optimistic about the coming generation, right? I mean,
I think the upcoming generation has a lot of talent if they would use it. Get off
Right.
the Xbox. Get off the phones.
yes.
Take a break.
Thank you. Listen to Datha, y'all.
My kids went on vacation for a week. They couldn't get no service on their phones. They had the time of their life. They come
Right.
home and go right back into their old pattern.
Right.
Take a break from technology.
Yes, please
Walk
do.
the dog. Have fun outside, even if it is as hot as Hades out there.
Thank you.
Have
That's exactly
fun.
right. Yes, that's exactly right. And we do have a small remnant of people who are doing that, but the vast majority are. I don't know if there's any hope for them or not. I don't know, but
there's always hope, Dave. Don't lose hope. When
I think
you lose
so too.
hope, you lose it all.
I think so too. And it starts from the top down. So it starts at the parents, and it works its way down to the kids. So we're talking to the parents out there, please. Be good examples for your kids.
Limit the unlimited.
Say that again.
Limit the unlimited.
That's some good stuff, y'all.
I know.
That's some good stuff.
Exclusive.
That's some good stuff from Dathan Bouray.
That's right. Like I'm preaching the words, but I don't know that I live them because my kids are all on the internet and I can't fix it.
Right. It's very difficult. It really
It's
is.
easier to keep the house clean when they're out of sight.
Yes. So real quick before we go on, how about the school year started? How's that working out for you as far as getting the little ones out the house?
Oh boy, day one was bad business because we have to get out so early. We have to wake them up at 5 o'clock and leave the house for 5:30. The buses are ridiculous this year. They got stuck by a train the first day. Okay,
Oh, my
anybody that
gosh.
knows anything about Livonia and going to marrying one, my ex has to get the kids from Livonia, so he meets me, and he couldn't get to us. The buses couldn't get through. Then there's one bus that got through. So me and the railroad track are going to have it out this year. It is coming
Right.
because that was 10 minutes wasted.
Okay, yeah,
And then the
we're going to
buses-
stop you. We're going to talk to Representative
I know. I'm
Lacombe
going
about
to
that,
ask
right?
him about it.
Yeah, okay,
Because
good.
it's just one year I had to wait an hour for that train.
Jeez.
And you never know which way to go. One way could be forever. The other way could be forever. So you don't know where to go.
Right. So you might as well just stay there.
Right. Just wait it out. Call work and tell them, look, y'all, I can't cross the train. I would hurl my children through the center of it, but just as soon as I do, it'd start moving.
right, exactly.
But,
Oh, my goodness.
so
yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah. We want to do, for everybody that's listening, we want to hear about your experiences on your kids. What some things that you've gone through this year. And I noticed, a lot of kids are doing this year. They're holding up the little chalkboards that says like their grade and their year, their
That's
teacher.
cute.
It
I
is.
couldn't even get my kids to do a picture this year because
Right.
nobody had the outfits they wanted to wear. My oldest one's like, I don't have the clothes, Mom. I am not taking the picture. I'm like, dude, this is every year. This is tradition. So you know what? We're taking 2 Santa Claus pictures this year just because.
Oh, yeah, we get back at them. So they don't wear a uniform at school?
No,
or,
they do, but she didn't have her stuff with her.
Okay, gotcha.
She's
They'll
one of those
slide.
No, she got it at her dad's house. She just waits to put it on over
I
there.
see.
Yeah.
Right, I got you.
And then nobody got
Oh.
rode up, so that's a good thing.
Yes,
School
that's-
bus routes are hard.
Yes, they are.
It seems like we've got 3 schools on all the buses now. All the bus routes are taking over 2 hours, and I don't think
That's
think that's
ridiculous.
good.
So what time are you talking about the bus picking them up in the morning? I mean,
One
wow.
kid has to get on the bus between 6 and 6:10. The other 2 is between 6:30 and 7.
Jeez, that's
And
amazing.
it depends because I think they said the getting home route is 2 hours.
That is ridiculous.
It is. It's a lot.
Especially for the last person on the bus. Can you imagine
Oh,
that?
Man, I know. It's terrible because they can't do no studying. How are they going to do their homework if they're sitting? My kids ain't going to sit on the bus and do their homework.
Right.
Breeze likes to run his mouth.
Right.
Gotta talk.
Wow. I remember riding the bus when I was younger, and there was a whole lot of bullies. All the bad kids sat to the back of the bus.
Oh, gosh. That's where Breeze sits.
Right. So
Breeze is
hopefully,
bad, though. Breeze got punched by a little girl a couple of years ago.
Come on.
Breeze threw a book sack out the window on the
Wow.
school bus. Got in trouble.
Wow.
Got thrown off the bus so many times last year, y'all can't even keep count.
Wow.
I
look,
told that boy, I said, if he's bad this year, I'm taking everything he owns away from him. He will sleep in the shop.
Hey, be a lady of your word. Do what you say and say what you
he
do.
knows.
That's great. Well, look, it's not as bad as Grant, my youngest one. Whenever he was in school, he brought one of those little buzzer things that actually shocks you to school one day.
A taser?
Yes, he brought a taser to
No.
school. He got suspended for like 2 days, but
Breeze,
he's
do not listen.
and he would have been okay if it would have been for that one little kid, a little tattletale, little whiny kid. He was just like sparking it, bzz, bzz. And so he went to tell the teacher, and he got in trouble and got 2 days off. But other than that, he's a good kid. Other than that, he meant well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
So we had fun, like shocking ourselves on the butt with it all the time. So, but I mean,
Breeze just talks too much.
right.
Some little kids talk him into stuff, and he always gets in trouble. They
Well,
told him,
by far and far, you have great kids. If that's
Yeah.
all you got to worry about, then hey.
hey, I figure it's like this. They get their bad stage out now. Maybe when they're older, I'll just be able to relax.
Right.
Knocking
Yes.
hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Knock on cherry wood.
Cherrywood.
So yeah, now is a safe place for them. Now is the time for them to make mistakes and to get corrected and grow in an environment.
Breeze had a permanent seat in TOR. I said, boy, do you know what TOR spells backwards? It's rot. And that's exactly what you're
Wow.
doing. You're rotting.
Wow,
I
never
said,
thought about
stop
that.
going there.
That's amazing.
Oh, it's bad.
They're
This
gonna
year,
learn.
he's going to have a life-changing experience because he's going to listen this year or else.
Right.
I'm about to go to the school on Fridays and have a little word with him in front of all his friends.
Awesome. I like your attitude. That's great.
Yeah, I don't want to be that way. So it's going to be good.
They will respect you for that for sure.
One day.
All right. Well, that was our takeoff roll right there. So I hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it. But that's another thing I was going to say is we're going to start doing is asking our people to like and share our YouTube channel more.
Yeah.
We need some more subscribers so we can get some subscribers up there. And we want to have more interaction with our audience, right?
That's right, y'all. I mean, we want to hear what you think. Say stuff. Call. You can message us on
absolutely on our
Facebook.
On our Facebook, right? So our email, we want people to maybe send us an email if you have any questions.
Emails.
So that's the Dave K. That's davekshow@gmail.com.
Yep.
And call our 24-hour hotline, which leave a message. It's 225-713-5099. Feel free to give us a call if you want to make any suggestions, comments, shout-outs.
Yeah. You want to come on the show to advertise your business?
Yes,
feel free to call.
Absolutely.
We're totally down with that.
Absolutely. Our show is really kind of cranking up right now, so we're doing really, really good. We got some great advertising coming up. The big billboard on Hospital Road's coming up.
That's right.
Yes.
Yay.
August 16th.
You're going to get to see us big.
Yes. We'll be out on the billboard, so that's going to be really cool. All right, so first of all, before we get started, let's give our shout-out like we always do to our other media partners.
That's right. We got Point Coupee banner that you can pick up at your local retail. We have the West Side Journal, right? You get those at your local retail. And we also have the PointCoupeeReporter.com that has all the gossip. All three of those elements have great gossip, great news. Y'all love it.
Color pictures, too.
Color pictures!
Yes. That's right.
Love the color pictures.
Yes, and in the day of digital media, we still have stuff that we can actually buy and feel.
I think my millennial is showing.
All right. All right, good deal. So that's going to take us out from there into our main flight stage, we always like to call it. So we have a very special guest in the studio today.
Cool beans,
this guy is amazing. I'm gonna ramp him up a little bit before I tell you who he is. So we talked about music coming from Louisiana, and the storytelling and the music kind of go hand in hand. And that's what I like about our guest right here. He's genuine. He's down to earth. He's very musically talented, and he writes songs about living on the bayou, on the Atchafalaya, Cajun country. This is down south Louisiana, the best place in the world to live, right?
Right.
So we heard about him from another good friend of mine, Mr. Paul, and we are going to let him come on the show today. We're going to have at it. There's no particular order of events or whatever. We're just going to talk. We're going to have fun. We're going to play some songs.
That's right, baby.
I don't know what's going to happen. Dathan might know what's going to happen. I don't know.
I ain't getting on the table and dancing.
Oh, come on. You're serious. Come on.
Not knee heels.
All right, without further ado, I want to introduce to you my and Dathan's good friend, Mr. Vaughn Goudeau from Melville, Louisiana. Get close to that microphone, Mr. Vaughn.
Melville.
Get close to that microphone. There you go.
If you're from, all depending on where you're from, it's called Melville.
Melville.
Say everything like a little fast.
I like it.
All right, so how do y'all pronounce Nashville? How do you pronounce Nashville?
That'd be Nashville.
Nashville.
Right, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing okay.
Well, I tell you what, it's a pleasure to have you on today.
Yeah, kind of bounced in on this one too.
I know.
Right, exactly.
That's the fun stuff.
Yes,
But,
he wasn't really planning on coming today. We're going to do this next weekend, but a turn of events happened.
Spontaneous.
Yes, and so we got him on the show today. Look, I tell you what, you got so much stuff to talk about. We got to cram this in less than an hour today, right? So I'm really just impressed about the path that you've taken to get where you are today right now as a songwriter, as a person, as a great citizen of Louisiana, being showcasing Louisiana basically through your music.
Yeah. Pretty much all of it.
Right, it's amazing. So so tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what you got going on.
From the big old town of Melville, Louisiana.
And what parish is that in for people that don't know?
that is in that's in St. Landry Parish.
St. Landry
and
Parish.
we're right across like the river from you folks, and I got fond memories of both sides. I started playing harmonica when I was like 10 years old or something like that, and for 2 seasons, and pecan season, I'd be on the knees with my mom. She said, "We're gonna get you a guitar." And back then, they had Sears and Roebuck.
Oh, yeah.
That was the thing, you know.
Well, hey,
I got my
stop you
pool
there.
table from there.
Really?
I
Come
sure
on.
did. They still have good stuff.
A full-size pool table?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I assumed that, they are in.
Let me stop you real quick, Vaughn, because back then, Sears and Roebuck made these old tube amps.
They sure did.
Hand-wound tube amps. And if you can get your hands on one of those things.
Tone.
Yes.
I don't know what that is,
Yes,
but
that's
okay.
a nice, beautiful-sounding guitar tube amps with a warm, rich sound on them.
Oh,
The actual
cool.
tubes. And
Yes.
they still have amps today that are so pricey. And you have the custom type and specific tubes to give it that, just like your microphones. Okay, everything's going digital.
Yeah.
But the old deal, you look at them, they have an actual tube in them that warmed up.
Yes.
Cool.
That warms up for a preamp. You know, I don't want to
Right.
get too technological here.
No, yeah, I think
But the
that's
thing is, you
cool.
know it when you hear it. You hear that. It's like listening to a record on a record player. You
Oh.
can't get that sound with
The
a CD.
crackle.
Yeah, but
Okay.
minus the crackles, just that warm, rich sound to it.
It's called warming it up in old musicians' layman's terms.
Cool.
Right.
Cool,
Yes.
cool. Well, actually
Overdriving it,
hot.
that's what you're doing it.
Exactly. Yeah. You pushing those amps and everything, right? So Sears and Roebuck, you got back. You got your thing from Sears and Roebuck. Kind of started you
Yeah,
off.
and we had, I just had to have me a guitar, and I was given a harmonica, and kind of one with one or two busted keys in it. And but then there was a good bounty on coon in possum, and I'm a pretty good trapper. If it's got feet, I can catch it. That's living on Bayou Rouge and along
Right.
Atchafalaya River. But putting that money together and got me a low-grade guitar. I got started, got on my chords, and just never put it down. You know, I guess I'm addicted to playing. Just love to play.
Right.
There's lows and times that you're not always playing, but because life goes on. You got to have your day job. David.
Right. I know.
I know
Yeah,
it
necessary evil,
sucks,
right.
but it pays
Yeah.
the bills.
It pays the bills.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So you can play later, right? So
And,
You work now, play
fun.
later.
Yeah, work now, play later.
Exactly.
At jobs, if they were fun, we would not get paid to do them. Let's face facts.
to a certain extent, yeah, you're right. You're exactly
That's
right.
right.
So you're all self-taught pretty much on the guitar and harmonica, right? Or
Not
you had
totally.
instructors?
I had, there was a gentleman that I ran into, and he played, somebody told me about him, and I got on my bicycle, and I went, and you have to, I could cut across the bayou and then go through the woods and like knocking on it. I hear him playing music, and I'm just, this unbelievable, all the cards they were playing and all of this. And you little good old boy. Yeah. He said, what you play? When you get there, I said, I got it on my bicycle. I had me a bar, and I strapped it with like bungee cords.
Wow.
And I had me a rack, and I'd ride my bicycle with my guitar.
That is awesome.
And he really gave me some a lot of pointers, a lot of things like minor keys, and he played primarily bluegrass. But
Cool.
then I got into, my dad played a little bit, but he never much pick up a guitar. He's a singer.
Yeah.
And at a time when his voice was unbelievable, he had a five octave range, and but life kept him from. He had the offers to go to Nashville and all, and never did. But by the time I was like, I don't know, I was 15 years old. 14 years old, I was playing radio shows, and when I hit around 15. I would tell my mom, I said, Mom, I'm going coon hunting tonight. And I'd have my jacket, on with my little light on the head. And then shame on me, she'd have killed all of us. But then once I'd hop into the Bronco, I'd, take the hat off, pull off the coat. And because my guitar was out, I'd grab it, put it in there, and I'd pop on stage with those guys.
Wow, that's awesome.
Rebel.
Right.
Yeah, pretty
Right.
much kinda like that.
And see, that's like one of the few ways you can actually get into a club or bar if you play music. They'll put you through the back door.
Oh,
and you-
Well,
see.
in those
You get on
days,
stage.
That age
like
didn't
you
matter.
feel with Melville, if you were tall enough to reach over the bar and put some money, you could drink beer at 12
Interesting,
years
like
old.
you said, Dave. Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
you know,
Those are the days. Yeah, that's the days when we drove to school with our shotguns in our truck. We kept our doors open. Nobody said
Yeah.
That was the
anything.
days
No
when
theft.
problems weren't as bad as they
no
are now.
nothing. And,
Yes.
you had your barroom fights, and that's what, and then just two guys will slug it out and
Yeah, exactly.
buy each other
Be
beer.
best
you
friends
better man
afterwards.
Boom, right.
than and me.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, wow, the
Right.
good old days, man.
Good
wow.
old days.
Yes,
We'll never
indeed.
go back.
No, we won't. No, and if you have a knife in your pocket, somebody gets all upset and everything.
Scissors,
Right.
like Burbank.
Right.
I laughed.
Right.
That woman said, I heard pew pew, and everybody ran.
Right. That was just. Did you hear
The
about
only
that?
injury was somebody was stampeded.
Right.
What
How?
happened?
The Walmart incident that supposedly was a shooting at Walmart.
Oh, it on
yeah, but
Burbank.
that was in Baton Rouge,
yeah,
correct?
on
Right.
Burbank.
It was a big
And
naughty
I
event.
got a snippet, a piece of it, and it was some kind of his argument two guys had, and
Yeah.
somebody got shot.
No.
That's the
No,
story.
no.
No. Apparently, one guy had a had scissors and was threatening the
Scissors.
guy, and the other guy had his gun, and this woman thought she heard the gun go off, and she claimed pew pew, and so
Right.
everybody ran, and the only one that got injured was the guy that fell on the floor, and they stampeded over the top of him.
Right.
Then
So
everybody came out.
There was not a killing.
No,
No.
shooting, nothing. This girl got on live Channel 2 and said that she heard gunshots. Remember that?
This is how our economy, how our people are today. They're scared of everything. It
Right.
has got to stop. It's
Right.
they're scared of the zombie apocalypse. That ain't even going to
Yeah,
happen.
the government's come out with
Lack
that,
of
right?
faith in God.
Exactly.
That's what causes it.
Thank you.
And you know what?
Thank you.
That's the sign of the times.
Yes,
And
it is.
they're causing it.
Yes, it is. It's guaranteed.
We're falling right into the path
Yes,
we're supposed
yep.
to fall into.
That's right. To get worse. You're
Yep.
right. You're right. Which brings me back to you. I love your simple, down home songs, and you break
Thank
things down
you.
so simple and everything. And then when you hear your stuff, which we can hear in a minute here, it's like wow, you just kind of take us back to the finer, simpler days.
The analog days. I'm an analog guy
Right.
in a digital world. And I don't know, man. It was like I saw a thing with Joe Walsh the other day, with the Eagles and whatever. And it's talking about the transition from, we was talking about the tube amps a moment ago. And it went from the analog day to the digital day to where then you take, somebody goes in the studio, well, I can't hit that note. Well, that's okay. We got a pitch transposure.
All right.
Yeah, they
right.
change. Nothing's original.
If you got the look and you got the whatever or something,
Right.
and especially, and I think that's kind of bad. They'll take young ladies, and then if they will demean them by, the slits, just overshowing too much or whatever, which turns,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
like, but I'm not going to really go there.
Yeah, more
But okay, if
visuals.
you got the look, then we're going to, don't worry about if you can't sing or not, as long as you can dance.
It's
And
fake.
if somebody can't play a guitar,
Yeah.
they can unplug it and pretend it's strumming. But the drum tracks, the keyboards, that's all can be done by computer.
I
A
know.
computer can write you a song now.
Yeah.
True.
I
And
told my
that's right.
kids.
It cracks me up. It's like, you go on stage, you play in front of I grew up playing with no electricity.
Probably live, too, your real voice.
We've
Yes.
got so much of, the campfire jams up down rivers, at camps and uncamps,
Kids don't even know
Most
what
of them don't have
campfires are.
No, they
electricity.
don't.
So,
That's incredible, man.
Yes,
That's
do it.
amazing. So we'll skip forward a little bit here. So I heard that you did a song for the Cajun Navy. They became kind of like a little battle cry for them and kind of their song.
a motivational tool, buddy.
There you go.
right, motivational
There
tool,
you
right,
go.
exactly.
It's, the song
Right.
Land of the Hurricane.
Tell us a little
And,
bit about that, how that all came about.
Our
and
hit and
everything.
misses. We've been lucky lately.
Right, right.
I had started that song after Katrina. I was called by a preacher, said we need a certified welder that's got a truck and whatever, and to go into Lower Ninth, the Lower
Ooh.
Ninth Ward.
Yeah, I've been there
And
after that.
go down to the Lower Ninth area, and had some welding to do, some piping to do, some pumping, and some of the greatest people I ever met. After I fixed a flat for a little old lady the first day, man, I was the man down there, and I was there with my son, and I had my guitar, and it's after Hurricane, I started getting bits and pieces to the song. Then verses in the song, I asked a guy, and it's like, I'm a tough guy, but the tears started, I started warming up. He's talking about his mom. They couldn't get to his mama.
Aw.
And he said, well, I lost this, I lost that. I said, why don't you leave? And he said, well, who would be there to put flowers on my mama's grave?
Right.
And I'm going like, wow. And it just came into the song. But until it started raining in 2016, that's when the last verse came in. Because see,
right.
Cajun Navy, there's so many Cajun Navies. There's like 8 of them right now, give or take. But there was a Cajun Navy before the Katrina thing where it got started, to my understanding. And I wrote this song as a marketing tool, if it's needed, for 501c3 organizations.
Right.
Now that would be a Cajun Navy 501c3 from Jump Street that it's not an LLC, and some of it goes in my pocket, or some of it goes somewhere else. I'm brutally honest. I might insult somebody out there. Well, so be it.
Oh yeah,
Right.
no problem. Say
That
what you gotta
song,
say.
"Land of the Hurricane," was written for So what do we go down to? The volunteers of the Cajun Navy.
Right.
Call it what you want to. It's Louisiana people. But what happened was, the thing I remember that I'm proud of, because we sent out a message to the world. Derogatorily speaking, you know what they call Cajuns? It's that other word I'm not going to use.
Coon.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And the thing is
Right.
About that, we're known to be uneducated people. Well, I got news for the other states, if it's north, south, east, or west of the world. No. We're highly educated.
Right.
Because we're the only little Louisiana with this gumbo mix we got
Right.
that have educated hearts. Now, where did it come from? Because my mamas primarily, let's not leave the ladies out and leave them any credit, taught the children to have hearts of love and be colorblind and on and on.
Right.
I'll be playing music, because I came up playing like Zydeco, the blues musicians, whatever, in Levee, Rito, past Melville. And look, you can't choose what color person that you play with. And still today, I'll go jam with them, and we'll sit back, and there'll be the TV come on, and we'll be eating and whatever. Look, says, what's the matter with these people? What are they talking about? What are they talking about, this racism thing? And we actually laughing about it like in a jovial, joking way.
Right.
But Louisiana got a chance to show the world that we are the land of love and harmony, that love is stronger than hate, and light is going to always be stronger than darkness. Now, everybody out there, if somebody wants to get pessimistic, I will guarantee you there are more good people than bad people.
Absolutely.
More good people than bad people. Bad people are the few. The few.
Right.
Now, the good people aren't as loud.
Exactly. You hit it right
That's the
there.
thing. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing.
You know?
Right. That's the thing.
They're not as loud.
Right.
Yep.
In Cajuns and Creoles and Louisiana people, all the benevolent people and whatever, yes, I consider myself benevolent. But upon the command of God, I'll fight and die for my freedom. Any day is a good day to die. It really is. That's what made America. But made Louisiana so strong, you got the most defiant people on the planet. That's how they ended up here. They can't get along with anybody, and there'll be this mixture from these defectors, those defectors. Well, they come down here, and then they interbreed in this gumbo, and you know what you got? Genetically created
Perfection.
perfection.
Love it.
You have a non-submissive creature.
Anytime you put gumbo, it's perfection.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It's
Perfection.
a mixture stuff.
Perfection.
Well, that is awesome. So that's a very, very good segue into some of your music and everything. Let's talk about your music. I want to hear some good songs you got coming up here. What's some current songs you got going on right now that really kind of mean something to you in the day that we're living in? Or show us a song that means something. You came to the studio a couple of days ago and you gave me a 4-hour concert. And
I know. Yeah, I heard it was awesome.
It wasn't that long.
It wasn't that long.
It seemed like it. I didn't want it to end. I was looking at my clock. I got to go to work.
I don't know.
So
I'd break the ice on something and do a, how about a love song?
Ooh,
that's a perfect way to start.
love song in a world that love doesn't exist. I believe that
Yes.
is a perfect
That's right.
thing to hear.
And,
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree
this
with
song
that.
came about in the 80s. And
80s?
80s, and I thought it was like the end of my world. And
Those are the good songs.
there came a time,
What does it
when
mean
you
something?
think it's the end of the world and whatever, but then the phone rings and you get to bring that to closure. And it's, do you mind? Like, do you mind if I call sometime? So,
Awesome.
without further ado, how you like
All
that?
right.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
it goes a little like
Yeah, I
this.
need to adjust my strap. Y'all, I'm going to do the best that I can. Do you mind if I'd call sometime? Do you mind? Or do you mind? When I was a young man, riding in an old van and cruising down the avenue, a rock and roll clown never left town. I never got over you. Do you mind if I'd call sometime? Do you mind? Or do you mind? Now I'm just an old man riding in a tin can, burning up the avenue. The rock and roll clown never left town. I never got over you. Do you mind if I'd call sometime? Do you mind if I'd call sometime? Yuppies arrived, hippies died in 1982. The rock and roll clown took over downtown, laughing at the man in the moon. Do you mind if I'd call sometime? Do you mind if I'd call sometime?
That was good.
Yeah. Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great.
Dude,
Awesome.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Right.
Wow.
So what's the story behind that song?
Oh, it was back when I was doing stand-up rock and roll. And one night we were doing a show we were opening for, and it was a dual show. It was a band called Black Oak, Arkansas, with Jim Dandy. Old Jim Dandy from
Yeah.
the real long-haired guy.
Right.
And anyway, it was them, and then there was Greg Wright was playing, that night. Now, Greg Wright, accomplished blues guitarist guy, well, he ended up going on the Victory Tour, and playing with Michael Jackson and stuff. But as I'm walking through the crowd down the stairwell, I look around and I see a lady, and she grabs me and she said, "Hi." I said, "Where you from with that accent?" He said, "Come on, man, you got to get on stage." I said, "Shut up, leave me alone, man. What's your name?" I said, "My name's Christy, blah, blah, blah." And bam, I didn't see her. She disappeared. And then when I did get on stage and the fall came up and whatever, I looked down and guess who's right in front of that stage?
Christy.
It's Christy with that big smile with those pretty teeth and all. And oh my goodness, it went on, and I guess I figured that's the love of my life, and then it would have come down to I got my heart broken.
Oh.
I'm an old boy from Millville, and it's and at long distance things happen.
Yeah.
I don't have to go into detail, but man, I took it pretty hard.
Oh, love
And
sucks
then,
sometimes.
Yes,
Oh,
it
years
does.
and years later, I get a phone call, and bam, and I said, "Hey, by the way, I got a song I wrote about you. I said, if nothing else came from it, I got a good song.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Can't be vindictive.
Well, that will help some other people get through their hard times too. You know, so that's great. That's awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I love it. So, what else you got for us? I know once we get you started, we ain't gonna be able to stop you. So,
Oh, I'll have to sooner or later, man.
yeah.
I tell you what, let's wake it up a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
There's a little something that everybody can relate to. Believe it or not, when I go to Florida and play, I'll go to Florida and play, and I'll go like, anyway, I'm blowing it because I'm saying like, hey man, I'm not hitting around. The Boudin Queen. That's the name of the song. I said,
Okay.
Anybody out there know anything about Boudin? I'm all hollering and saying, yeah, man, you brought some Boudin? No, I'm in Florida.
Right.
And like Boudin, all kind of Cajun culture, they into it. But it's called a Boudin Queen, and I'm going to see what y'all think about it.
All right. Sounds great. Take it away.
We need cracklings too.
Right. I know. All get cheese, my favorite.
Sin City, New Orleans, creepy creatures, spooky things. I lost my Maria, got it back. Boudin, Boudin, c'est un aphrodisiaque. My Maria, she's so sweet. I got up this morning, I massaged her feet, and I took a walk on across the track. Gonna come back with a black Cadillac. Some men like 'em all, thin and lean. My Marie, she's a Boudin queen. Sin City, New Orleans, sexy witches and them voodoo queens. Lord have mercy, I wanna go back. Oh, I'm stuck in this run-down shack. There, something like 'em all, thin and lean. But my Marie, she my Boudin queen.
Now you gotta do a crackling king.
All right. I know.
We need a crackling
Yes.
king.
Yeah.
We just Boudin shout out. Where's the crackling?
Can't have a king without a queen.
That's right.
That's awesome. I love it. Yes. Yeah, we don't have.
Well, you don't have to. That's okay. You don't have to do crackling king, but you can do crackling senorita.
Right. That is awesome. I love it. What you got?
So
Oh,
anyway,
yeah, go ahead. Take it away.
that's
Yeah, that was
pretty cool.
awesome. Love it. Love it.
crackling king.
Yes. Once again, we just kind of scratched the surface. This guy's going to take off in a second.
Dude,
so I
he's
got
crazy.
Some, yes, I got some
Love
really,
it.
really cool songs he played the other night that we're going to kind of go into and everything. But yeah, it's awesome.
Cracklins.
Right.
How you gonna shout out to Boudin but not crackling?
Right. So, growing up in Louisiana, have you eaten crackling before? Of course, growing up, I guess you could say that's part of life. I guess in Louisiana.
I think I broke my tooth on cracklins. I
Right.
eat cracklins all the
Yes,
time.
right.
I had to stop. It was so bad.
I mean, it's bad for your health after a while.
And my
Yes.
youngest daughter,
Jeez.
Cheyenne, like she is. Look, when she was a baby, and we had crab boil in the freezer because you usually put your powdered crab boil in the freezer, right?
Right.
So anyway, she opened the door and she's probably about maybe 2 or 3, and it fell upside down and
Ooh.
spilled. And this child grabbed it and stuck it in her mouth, and I panicked.
With
I
no
ran
teeth.
her to the sink thinking that she was going to die because crab boil's it's very hot and it's very strong, you know?
Yes.
She looks at
Zatarain's?
me, yeah, and she wants more.
Come on.
So
there you
she
go.
has
That's
been a hot crackling child her whole life.
Yes, right. She broke into it.
We
Yes.
love crackling.
That's amazing. I remember growing up when I was younger, my grandmother, it's amazing. It must be in the genes because they ate the crackling, the tripe, the hoghead
had
cheese,
tripe.
and I never have either because they say when you chew it, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger in your
Oh
mouth.
no, I'll go into a hyperventilating thing. It won't work.
Right. See, it all
Panic attack.
for me, it all went about with my uncle who had a slaughterhouse. So Flower Road Gyro's meat market. And that's a whole other story for people who know my uncle out there. But that's really what got me interested in the medical field because I would go watch them shoot the cows and the pigs and slaughter them. They'd saw them in half and just, pull all the
Then you realize it wouldn't bother you.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it was really interesting to me to go look at the heart in the sink that they were going to eat. They were going to cut up to eat later on and travel, go through all the different chambers and see how the blood flows and everything.
Why didn't you get into mortician? Is that what it is?
Well, I worked for the funeral home for quite a while too. It's pretty interesting. But
that is a business that will never die.
Yeah, exactly. People are dying to go there, right? Right. Exactly.
It's true.
So the thing about that is like they would never waste any part of the pig or the cow.
No, you can't because they're given to you. You got to keep what they
Right.
give you. You don't
So
wanna
they
do
would
that.
they would eat the liver.
Yeah.
Of course, people still eat cow liver.
Yeah.
No part is it takes. So the pigs, especially the pork, the hog head cheese.
I like hoghead cheese. I know
Yes.
what it contains. I do.
Right. A little bit of it is okay.
As long as I don't get a hair in it, I'll be fine. Crackling with hair in it drives me nuts. I can't eat it.
I've seen that before.
Boston
yeah.
butt cracklings is the best, though.
Right.
Bajerons in Port Allen has got the best.
Yes, they
everything.
do. I have to say, they do.
Man,
You're right.
you walk in that store and you gain weight just by the smell of
Yes,
it.
and you pass that place every day, don't you?
I love it. I love that place.
Their beef jerky's to die for. It's really, really good.
It is. Don't leave it in the Ziploc bag too long because it will get bad on you, and it sucks because that stuff is so good.
Right.
Oh.
Well, mine never makes it home. I eat it before I get home, so I don't have to worry
Well,
about
as a
it.
calorie counter, you have to be careful because between the chicken cracklings, the pork cracklings, and the beef jerky, you just pretty much killing yourself on the way
Yes,
home.
I know. Boudin balls and meat pies. Oh, my gosh.
You guys be careful. Have you had their smoked chicken patties?
No, I have
I am
not.
so freaking hungry right now.
I have not. You're making me hungry.
I know, it's so good.
My grandmother would, of course, they would take the cow's head, split it open, take the brain out.
Ooh.
And so they would slice the brain into slices, and my grandmother would fry the brain slices in just like eggs.
Was it rich?
It tasted good. It was
Really?
brain. So we'd make brain sandwiches.
You know what? If you didn't know what it was, I bet you would
You
eat it
would
and
not-
love it.
you would not know.
I'm not scared
You would think
to
it was
try.
eggs.
Yeah, and I'm not scared to try something once. I'm not. I'll eat it. I love alligator.
Right.
Alligator is my thing. Kids too. Frog legs.
Wow. Yes. See, I haven't tried that too much, but
Really?
no, I haven't.
Oh, it's good
That's
stuff.
awesome. Well, we got Mr. Vaughn coming back in. You want to stand up and play? Because we can film you standing up if it's more comfortable for you.
Man, look, I'm gonna try to adjust right now.
So
Okay,
did you
I
write the
gotcha.
Crackling King?
You had time to write a song while we're gone.
not quite yet.
The
We-
Crackling Senorita.
All right.
She is hog crackling.
We sit here talking
senorita.
about the delicacies of Louisiana, hog head
Yeah.
cheese, crackling. I mean, boudin, like you said. I mean, it's
The works. That's what
You
we're
ever know
gonna
it's
call
like
it.
such a guy thing, you know? I've seen such, terrible fights, like fist to fist. Man, I cook better than you. No, you don't.
I know, right?
That's like,
right.
women, and one girl says, man, all you guys, y'all cook.
You know what they
Down
should have
here,
said?
I don't like to cook. I'll marry me a Cajun. I said, yeah, but you don't like doing dishes either, huh? No?
What'd you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say if I ever heard them fighting over their food, I would just simply say, y'all, none of y'all cook better than me.
Oh, right.
That's right.
Yeah, throw it in
Because
that
I
court.
do cook good.
Yes.
I did a gumbo during scary, contrary Hurricane Barry that did nothing.
Right. The big non-event.
Oh my gosh, that gumbo was so good.
Man,
I
come
put
on.
smoked deer meat in it. Oh,
I know your kitchen was smelling good. Your whole house was smelling
the
good.
best gumbo of the year was in a hurricane, theoretical hurricane.
Oh, yes, indeed. Y'all getting ready.
I'll
Getting
use all
ready.
my sandbags to do my flower beds. I hope it don't flood now
Right.
because I'm down by 3.
Right.
I made use of them. I might even
Absolutely.
do a patio out of the rest of it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Make it
Yep.
work. Make it work.
Contrary Berry have paid off.
That's right.
That's
Of course,
right.
we don't need an excuse to cook, but every excuse we can find helps.
Hey, there is never a wrong time to make gumbo.
No, it
Lower
isn't.
the air conditioner to about 60 and let it roll.
Yes, indeed.
I love gumbo.
Yes, indeed. We're gonna have to definitely take you up on that on our 100th episode.
Gumbo on the 100th
Gumbo
episode.
for all our guests.
That's right.
All right, Mr. Vaughn Goudeau from Melville, Louisiana.
Hit
Yes,
it,
indeed.
boy.
That's it. What you got?
I did a little something called Talking Like That.
Oh my!
Y'all
Oh
can
my
sing
gosh!
along on
Oh
that
my
one.
gosh!
Oh,
Just the one I
see?
played
See,
the other
Dathan's got
day.
that accent.
I do. I don't say boo.
All you got to do is talk like that.
Talk like
I
that.
know. And
I
the
like
more
that.
you think, it gets worse. But
Right.
like boudin, I say boudin.
Boudin, right?
Boudin.
That's how you do it, right? Boudin.
That's it.
I headed on down South Louisiana. Say goodbye to Miss Alabama. Gone, gone, gone. I'm gone. Mike shoe cornbread and French fried tater. In down the land of the gator. Gone, gone, gone. I'm gone. All I got is the clothes on my back. I'm gone to Louisiana where they talk like that.
Good advice.
It is true.
Yes.
Well, I loaded up my son in a country Cadillac. The old dog buck and the little turtle jack. Gone, gone, gone. I'm gone. All I got is the clothes on my back. I'm gone to Louisiana.
Where they talk like that.
Help me.
Yes, chef.
Right.
We got the chef.
Right, Chef. Talk like that, Chef.
That's right. Oh, that's a cute picture. I like that. Oh my God, I just did it. I said that.
Yeah, he gets around.
That's cute.
All I got is the clothes on my back. Help me. We're
Yeah.
going to Louisiana where they talk like that.
That baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was good, Shy.
Yeah, awesome. Good job.
I like
Love it. That is awesome.
So Riley's taking French this year.
Okay. What kind of
she-
French? The good French? The old Creole French?
It's Cliff Como's her French teacher. He was mine, and I love him.
Yeah.
So she's in class, texts me, and I probably shouldn't say that, but she was. She's like, "Mama, tell me some French words." I'm like,
Oh, are they good words?
She's on the spot now. I ain't thinking right. So I said, "All right, bienvenue." C'est le bon temps roulé.
That's the classic, right?
I said, Baton Rouge. And then I said, go. And I had to explain to her what all they were. And I said, Riley. I said, tell Mr. Como, say, bonjour, je m'appelle Riley. She said, shut up. I'm like, oh, that's so wrong.
Wow.
Just because you asked me and I tell you.
Right.
I could have said that, though.
Well, hats off to you. She's learning French and not Spanish or something else, you know?
Oh, I like
That's great.
Spanish. I think Spanish is a very pretty language.
It really is, yeah.
It is.
Right.
French is too, but
Habla
Spanish is.
español?
Habla español, sí.
Mucho?
Gracias.
No.
That's about as far as you get in a
I
Mexican
know.
restaurant.
Sí, de nada.
Right.
I told Alexa, de nada, you're welcome. But I told Alexa, I said, Alexa, hola. She says, hola. I said, Alexa, ¿cómo está? She said something, and she says, that's all I know.
Really?
Golly, Alexa, come on.
Man, come on.
Play along.
You have the English version. You don't have the Spanish
Right.
version.
So anyway, Alexa's not habla. She is not very habla
Illiterate.
español.
Illiterate, right. Spanish illiterate. Wow.
Yeah.
That was
Glad
awesome.
I didn't name the dog Alexa.
Right. I know, right. Well, the dog might have a bigger vocabulary than Alexa has at that
No,
point.
because I talked to the dog in Spanish, and she know habla español either.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the parrot that was stuck on the roof of the guy's house that burnt down, and the firefighters kept trying to get the parrot off, and they kept saying "F you, get out of here."
The parrot couldn't fly. How did he get up there in the first
It was scared.
place?
It was like it was on the roof of the house, and the house had caught on fire.
Why didn't
True
they just
story. It's in the
grab
news right
him?
now. The parrot said "F you" to the firefighter.
And they didn't grab
They
him?
did not. They didn't grab the.
Oh, man. I would have said, I got this. Stick him in a bag and then send him somewhere else.
Right.
That's why you don't clip a bird's wings. First of all, how did he get up there in the first? We have got to Google this.
I don't know.
We got to look
I
it
don't
up.
know. You good, Tim?
Got to look it up.
Wow.
How the parrot got on the roof.
Yes.
Cussing out the
Cussing out the
firefighters.
firefighters.
But
Yep.
he might have thought that meant help me.
It might have been. Yeah.
See, that's
It might have
messed
been.
up.
It might have
That
been
poor
bird talk for
He
something in the bed. I don't
perished.
know.
The parrot perished.
Right. Well, the parrot lived actually.
Oh.
That's the culminating story. Is the parrot lived.
The parrot lived.
Okay, as long
right.
as he did,
The
as long
parrot-
as the parrot
Right.
didn't perish.
Well,
No, it didn't
That
perish.
would have been messed up,
It didn't
man.
perish.
That would have been messed up.
It would have been, yes. All right, so firefighters are known for getting cats out of trees, but I guess it's hard.
Don't listen to parrots because it's obvious they don't know what they're talking about.
It's true.
Never let a
Words.
parrot die on the roof of a house.
Words are words. Okay, I'm
does
sorry. I'm
not
sorry,
know
Vaughn.
what
I'm
that
sorry, Vaughn.
means.
We got a guest here. I'm sorry.
We drift a lot. It's called
Roll with
ADD.
it, man.
Roll.
It's like, best songs I gotta play.
Right. Oh no, we want you to play
No,
songs.
we want you to play.
What was that song you're playing about the Civil War thing about the lunch that went bad?
Okay. That was Dixie Days.
Dixie
Days.
Yeah, fucking fun.
Tell us a little bit about
Civil
how you came up with that.
Huh?
Tell us how you came up with those lyrics, which are actually amazing. Our younger generation don't have a clue. So, kind of tell us about what that's about.
Dixie Days. It's the myth. A lot of people didn't realize during when there was a Civil War, North and South, and the true books. I mean, the real history. And I had it's great to where I actually know not only what's been told, whatever, in the history. Like when I was like 15 years old, I was studying sociology, psychology, big, thick books. I was amazed by it. American history, Civil War, and I even studied everything from the Marxist doctrine to everything transpired in World War II, Stalin, his beginning, falls,
Yes.
and rise and fall,
Right.
Napoleon Bonaparte,
Important.
Adolf,
If we don't know
Hitler, the
our
whole
bad
thing, you need
history,
to know that.
yeah, we're going to repeat history if we don't know
Not,
it.
We
right,
already
you don't know
are.
the
They
past, you
know.
don't have
They
it.
don't care.
Right.
So we go back to and it was kind of a part down here when there was stories that you would hear. And just a story came in my mind, and it was a story about a preacher that went from a benevolent preacher to someone that came home and he married a Creole. Well, it'd be a mulatto, I'd assume. And that's what's the Free State of Jones, the movie, whatever. And it kind of spun off from that.
That happened a lot. A lot of the white slave owners
Well,
they
yeah, there
married
were no
black
white
ladies.
women. So essentially, what happened was, they married mulattoes and blacks and a lot of Indian. This was so much Indian mixture down here.
Why are you pointing at me?
And,
Is he
But-
right?
Yeah, I have Indian.
There you
in
go.
me.
I
so
knew
the
it.
story
I knew
goes
it.
is when this man of the cloth comes back and his wife is dead.
He's
Everything
dead.
was raped and pillaged.
Oh, my
and
Lord.
You take a man, we have the ability to turn into.
Monsters.
No, we are animals in a sense, even though they're the highest degree of whatever. But if you really study everything from genetics to then sociology, psychology, shoot match, we are capable of reverting back to a Neolithic animal-like creature. You push in a corner, you'll kill.
Yeah.
And
Right.
once you see that, people are so blessed to be in the United States of America. And I'll say somebody, and they'll say something about, these kids, and not being to South. I said, well, wait a minute. Have you ever been to South America? Well, no. But on the news, they got this and whatever. I said, no. Have you ever smelled rotting flesh? And stepped over dead bodies? You ever saw people hanging with, and I'm sorry, maggots falling off of them and flies? And they put out there and they hung because everything you just said, and I told a young lady, you would be dead for opening your mouth when I was in Quito, Guatemala, or Mexico, Peru. Okay. It's that, you know, it's one guy had an attitude of like, took a machete and cut a man's head off while he was walking.
Wow.
And the head looks back and he's staring at the crowd and moving.
Wow.
But let's go on, you know.
Right.
That is the transition will turn a man into. He took a benevolent man. He wasn't north, wasn't south. He just wanted to live his life.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Interesting.
there you go.
Interesting. Yeah.
Give me that rifle, the boots, and that rotten bag of fruit. Fruit was something that was you could keep to keep from starving to death and go into the battlefield back during the Civil War, a bag of fruit. Or it'd be semi-rotten bag of fruit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, essentially what happens is they went out to fight, and all these people just went on rampage, whatever. But this song is Dixie Days about that time.
Interesting. Yeah.
And it's politically correct.
Right.
Place and you're like, what? I said, you just put you back in the time machine. So.
Interesting. Yeah. Take it away for us.
Well,
Gary.
here it is, Dixie Days.
Awesome.
Way down south in the land of cotton, Uncle Town been long forgotten. You can look away, you can hear him say, "Yow's the boss."
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. There you go. Kick it up.
Way down south in Dixieland, riding cotton to big boss man, hanging round on a sunny day. Good old boys that don't like me, got eyes and cannot see, blinded on the sunny Dixie day. Excuse me, I have them boots, that rifle, and that rotten bag of fruit. Liza looked so fine. The white boys went colorblind, blinded on that sunny day. And all my dreams and all my hopes went up in a cloud of smoke on that sunny Dixie day. Excuse me, I have them boots, that rifle, and that rotten bag of fruit. But I can fight and I can shoot.
Boom.
Cool,
Love it.
cool,
I love it.
cool.
You know what I like about those kind of songs is that it doesn't let us forget about the past of the things that were back in the Civil War days and everything. You're kind of bringing that stuff back to the forefront so we don't forget about those things. That's why I love that.
That was cool.
You're taking us back. Dude, you're taking
That's
us
right.
back on the battlefield. You're taking us back in the 1800s, back in the day.
Yeah.
And this is amazing. I love it.
I dig the guitar riff, man.
Yes.
I
Awesome.
dig that.
That is awesome.
Check me out. I talk like a rock star, yeah.
Right.
Who that?
That's right. Oh, that sounds great. Well, we're pumping up against 1 hour right now, so time flies so much when you're having fun.
No,
My
y'all.
goodness. So, Vaughn Goudeau, so how can people hear more of your music, find out more about you? What can they do?
Just tune into the Dave K Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on YouTube.
Okay.
And you can go to my Facebook.
Okay.
And I've got some stuff on there. But then there's also ReverbNation.com.
Yeah, Reverb Nation.
And it's got some cool songs that I didn't play today that
Great.
I need
Yeah.
to get it tweaked in and something like that.
That's
We'll
awesome.
get you back on.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
appreciate y'all saying,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
hey,
There we
come pop in and
I
and
know.
play, you know?
Yeah, look, we got some of your songs popping up right here. Timmy's pulling some stuff up here. So cool. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, we'll get you back and let you play some more.
Yeah, that is awesome.
That was fun.
Well, it sounds great. So glad you came on the show today.
Oh, I'm glad
It was
I
an
was
honor
invited.
to have
Oh,
you.
yeah,
That's
anytime.
Yes,
Always.
we highly respect you, what you're doing, you know, what you're doing with your music and everything, your storytelling, keeping the Louisiana alive. I mean, this is great.
Louisiana's where it's at,
Yes,
man.
it is.
Holler.
I mean,
Yes.
I ain't saying the rest of the world ain't got in these other states, but it's just
Yeah, it's
I'm a little
home.
biased.
We're
We're number one.
Yes, it's home.
Love, harmony, food, music, beautiful ladies.
Absolutely.
You
The
know,
best of the best.
We just got to. We're it.
That's right.
I
I'm
love it.
sorry.
Toot, toot,
It is what it is.
It is. That's right. It's
Right,
awesome.
tootin'.
But that is great. So you're going to come on a little bit later on. We're going to invite you a little bit later on. We're getting our area, the studio set up for musicians and stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's
that's
going to be
gonna be
really
cool.
nice for you with a backdrop.
I'm going to try it out first, even though I can't sing.
No, we're going to get you up there.
Y'all going to laugh?
We're going to put Datha
At
right by your
me.
side over there on the stage.
Oh, no.
It's easy.
You gonna
Just
give her the
roll with
lyrics?
flow, grab a microphone and do it.
I might be really good. Singing is in my family.
You got to be confident.
You sent me some stuff, like, you know, kind of on the down low of you singing. You were doing
I'll
great.
let you hear a song that I have to sing to
Yes.
Marley every night. She'll
Do
eat
it.
my bathroom up if I don't sing to her.
That is awesome. That's great. So you
And
get
she might be
practice.
tone deaf. I'm not sure yet.
No,
but
she's not tone deaf, but she wants you to sing because it sounds good.
I know. We got to do Ariel, Mermaid. You know, she's a girl.
Sure, exactly. I don't
Totally.
know what that's like having girls, but yeah, that's great.
She's girly girl.
That is very, very good. All right, sounds great. So, Vaughn Goudeau from Melville, Louisiana, but you're currently
He
living
said it right,
Melville,
too.
Louisiana,
Did you
just for
see
you.
that?
I normally say Melville. That's
Melville.
Melville for
Melville.
Melville.
Got to
It's
roll it out
Melville.
fast.
you. Yes, right.
Yeah.
Like
It's
Woodville,
like
Mississippi.
like bayou. Nobody says bayou.
That's what they
It's
say.
the bay.
Really?
I live about 50
The
feet
by.
from the banks of the Atchafalaya, about 75 feet from the banks of the Atchafalaya River.
That is great.
I left alone, made a big circle, and I came back. I live below, between Crotch Springs and Henderson,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
on the Atchafalaya.
Yeah.
Been to
Beautiful
Billy's
area.
yet? The new one?
I stopped, yeah.
I hadn't been able to go. My mom and dad tried to go, and they said the line was too long.
Yeah, we were there yesterday meeting up with you at Billy's, actually. We got some
They
good
were
stuff.
busy.
They're always
yes.
They're always busy.
Very busy. You will wait
Let
in
the
line.
locals have a chance.
Yes, it's worth the wait.
They should have a separate line, locals only.
That would be cool. Return customers, right?
That's
Here's
right.
the first time line and return customers. But okay, sounds great. So we're gonna shut her down right here, and I want everybody to go out there and check out Vaughn Goudeau on his Facebook page,
Absolutely.
on his
Check him
Reverb
out.
I
Nation.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
A lot of great stuff, and
Awesome
And
music.
tell them I'm going to
Yes.
be back on the 17th.
on the 17th, yes,
Okay.
Right? Yeah, on
Yes.
the 17th, around one
right,
one-ish.
right. You and you're gonna get your game show on and everything. You're gonna be ready to go. Got to get y'all duded up and everything.
Yeah, don't worry.
And we may even have some part of our stage set up with a backdrop with some stuff. So that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
cool.
we may have another guest or two.
Yeah.
You know, slide in. a
That
little
sounds
something
great.
as long as I
Cool.
get confirmation.
All right, well, sounds good. So, Datha, why don't you kind of shut it down for us and tell people to put a plug in, do whatever they got to do for us.
Guys, go check out your Point Computer banner. Go check out pointcomputerreporter.com, West
Yep.
Side Journal. Check us out on YouTube. Check our Facebook page out. We have Instagram. We also have Instagram.
Oh, yeah, we just updated our Instagram page.
That's
Everybody
right.
go to a Dave K Show at Instagram.
Yeah.
We've got tons and tons of videos.
Tons.
Hashtag Datha Rocks, hashtag Dave K Show.
That's
and
right.
you're going to find all kind of cool pictures on those hashtags.
Yeah. And be looking for us on the billboard next to across from Murphy's, right?
Yes, that's correct.
That's right.
Starting on the 16th of
16th.
August. You're going to see the beautiful Datha Bure. You're going to see me up there. You're going to see Vaughn Goudeau up there.
That's right.
You're going to see Representative Lacombe up there.
Yep. Yep.
And our website's coming up pretty soon,
That's right.
DaveKShow.com.
DaveKShow.com.
It will be up shortly. You can look at all our past interviews, blogs, find out more about me and Dave on there.
Make sure to put comments. Give us some tips, what y'all want us to do. Guests that y'all think y'all might want us to use. Let us know.
Absolutely. Call our. We got so much stuff.
Advertisement.
With some more stuff. Okay, call in the 24-hour hotline with your questions, your comments, suggestions.
Yep.
225-713-5099.
Yep.
And it's all here for you guys.
That's
it's all
right.
here for you.
That's right.
All right. Well, for Dave Thabure and Mr. Vaughn Goudeau, I'm David K. Gyro. This has been the Dave K. Show, and we'll see you next time.
Bye,
Y'all
guys.
have a great day.